And as you come to the front of your space, so I'm gonna have, my head's gonna be chopped off here. I would like for you to see my feet more than my head. So I hope you're okay with having a half-headed person lead you through this. All right, so you're gonna come to the front of your space. You're gonna step your feet about hip width apart and look at the outsides of your feet. You want them to be parallel, okay? Outsides of your feet are parallel. And spread your toes wide. I'm gonna face you for a moment just so that you can maybe see my feet. So I'm gonna plant my big toes down and I'm gonna fan the rest of my toes really wide so I can see space between my toes. Again, I'm gonna kick my heels out a little bit so that my feet are parallel. And as you bring your attention to your feet, imagine you're growing some roots through your feet into the ground, especially on the four corners of your feet. So that's the ball of the big toe and little toe and each side of the heel. Plant those in. Go ahead and lift your toes and see that you're planting the four corners of your feet down. Grow some roots into the feet. Set the toes down and start to engage the muscles of your legs. And I'm gonna come back to the front of my space doing that same thing. I'm rooting myself down. I'm slightly tucking my tail as I hug my leg muscles to the bones. Go ahead and close your eyes and breathe into this feeling of engaged legs, nice, strong, stable legs. Planting the four corners of the feet in again. No weight in the toes, so the weight's in the back of the body kind of here. And as you hug leg muscles to bones, you're gonna feel this tucking, this energetic tucking of your tailbone. And then start to bring the attention now up the body a little bit more into the chest. Externally rotate your arms, but try not to lose this active engagement of your legs as you bring your focus to the upper body. As you externally rotate your arms, what's going to happen is your shoulder blades are going to slide towards one another. They're going to slide down your back. You're going to keep the focus of roots growing through your four corners of your feet, squeezing, hugging the legs towards one another. And as you do that, you're slightly tucking your tail and you're really grounding your legs. Externally rotating your arms helps you feel this kind of backwards rotation in your shoulders that's opening up your chest. Allow your chest to rise without swaying the low back. So the tucking of the tail is going to keep you from having too much of a dog tilt in your low back. Right now we're going to rise up a little higher into the crown. As you do that, you're going to slightly tuck your chin in. I'm going to shrink myself so you can see me. This kind of looks funny. Don't do this with your legs. So you're going to keep, again, your legs nice and strong, shoulders open, and I'm going to shrink myself here to fit in the screen. Tuck the chin and press the crown towards the sky. And as you tuck your chin and press the crown towards the sky, you kind of have this sensation of your occipital ridge back behind your head here, lifting up towards the sky. But then you have your tailbone tucking, so your spine is energetically growing longer as you tuck your tail, lift the crown of your head. And now we're going to move into our salutation now that we have this alignment. This is warrior that you're in right now, except your arms aren't overhead. All right, notice the energy it takes just to stand still in proper alignment in warrior. Let's bring the palms of the hands together. Engage those three areas of said. Feet are grounded, tail tucked, shoulders back and down, lifting the crown. And now reach the hands up and overhead into a gentle back bend. Keep your feet grounded, press your hips farther forward, and reach up into your hands. Gentle back bend. Come back to center. Bring the hands down to namaste. Now let's jackknife down. Reach your hands out. Jackknife down with a flat back. Bend your knees, flatten your back out, and now come down into a forward bend. Bend your knees, Let your head hang here with bent knees. Head's hanging. Shake your head and neck loose. Bend your knees. Let your belly touch your thighs at this point. Go ahead and exaggerate your bend. Belly is touching the thighs. And then we're going to bring the right foot back for a runner's stretch. Reach your right leg back, runner's stretch. Pulse your hips. Reach back into your right heel. Check out your left knee. And if your left knee is past your ankle, walk the foot forward and get down into a nice long lunge. Pulse the hips towards the left heel. Full breath in and out. And pulse a few times. Stay present, stay in your body. Breathe deeply. Maybe feel the stretch in the front of the right hip. Now we're going to take the left foot back. For plank, spread the fingers wide. Lower the hips in plank. Then we can go ahead and drop the hips down for an upward dog. Let the hips hang. Press down into the hands. Let the hips hang towards the floor. Lift, just like we did earlier, you're lifting the crown forward. Tuck the chin slightly so that the neck is an extension of the spine. Full breath in and out, and then lift the hips up for a gentle downward dog. So lift the hips up, bend the knees, and press your chest towards your feet and your belly towards your thighs. Bend your knees, lift your hips. Chest to feet, belly to thighs. Let the head hang loose. Full breath in, full breath out. Feel a nice stretch in your armpits here. Begin to lift your hips a little more and find a comfortable down dog where you can breathe and stay present. And go ahead, bend your knees. You're going to bring the left foot forward again. Bend your knees, left foot forward. One more time in the runner's stretch or in the lunge. Then walk the right foot forward. Bend your knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Reach your hands forward or out to the side. Jackknife up with a flat back. Gentle back bend. Bring the palms together, close your eyes, and take a moment to feel and breathe. Notice any sensations, any warmth in your body. Maybe notice the breath a little stronger now. As we engaged muscles, stay present. Let's go ahead and balance the body out. We're going to go on to the other side. Same thing, engage those three areas. The tailbone's tucked, shoulders back and down, lifting the crown towards the sky, slightly tuck the chin. And now we're going to go back up for the other side. Reach the arms overhead, gentle back bend. Press the hips forward. Nice long front of the body as you keep your feet anchored. Come back to center. Bend your knees now, reach your hips back, and jackknife down with a flat back. Hands to the ground. We're going to reach the left leg back this time. Run a stretch on the left side. Pulse the hips towards the heel. Walk the right foot forward if you need to. Get a nice long stretch here for the hips. Breathing deeply, fully in and fully out. And then bring the right foot back for a runner stretch. Look at your hands as you do that. In plank position, make sure the hands are spread wide. Make sure the hands are directly beneath the shoulders. And you're trying to draw a straight line from your heels to the crown of your head. Great. Looks good, Linda. Go ahead and let your hips hang now into a upward dog. And again, the structure of your arm is really what's keeping you up here. You don't have to work because your arms are locked, your hands are spread wide, and they're directly beneath your shoulders. So your hips are just hanging down towards your hands. You're getting a nice stretch in the spine. And you want your neck to be an extension of your spine. So you're going to tuck your chin and get ready for down dog. So you're going to go ahead, press into your hands, lift your hips, bend your knees, press your chest towards your feet and your belly towards your thighs. Try to create that dog squeeze as you press your belly towards your thighs and your chest towards your feet. Lift the hips up. It's okay to have bent knees here. It's okay to have bent knees here. We really want to make sure that we get a nice stretch in the back as you press, open up the armpits. And then lastly, you can press your heels towards the floor and feel the stretch now in the hamstrings. Shake your head and neck loose. Deep breath in and out before we bring the right foot forward whenever you're ready. Right foot comes forward. Another lunge, run a stretch. Pulse the hips before we bring the left foot forward. When you do that, go ahead and let your belly rest on your thighs. Shake your head and neck loose and a rounded forward bend. Relax the arms. And now that you're ready to engage as you come up, you're going to flatten your back, bend your knees, reach the arms either out to the side or out in front of you. Jackknife up, gentle back bend, press the hips forward. Again, close the eyes and feel. Breathe and relax. Feel what's happening in your body as you warm it up. And in your mind's eye, as you have your eyes closed, just notice any areas in your body where you might have noticed tension in your flow. Sun salutation, great for postural alignment.
That's all, folks.